Good evening. This side Rahul Bagan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we do have offices in three parts of the globe, and apart from that, we operate our own hedge fund, which is proprietary in nature. Now, by proprietary, it means that we invest our own capital. We do not invest third party capital, which means that you may be a millionaire or billionaire, but if you give your capital to us, we will not accept your capital. We only trade our own capital. Apart from that, we have our many learning platforms, Sheetal Academy, TRFX Academy, our own paid news desk, and many more product training programs and all. There are many more products. In case you wish to have any information, you can definitely WhatsApp on my personal number, which is +91 9899242978. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp on our back office, which is +91 9818485155. As you know, that Treasury Consulting believes in knowledge. Since inception of my career in 2007, in fact before when I was doing my studies, I never believed in theory. Rather, I'm a very strong believer of the fact that majority of the interpretations which are done not in India, worldwide, they are done in the absence of knowledge. So let's take an example today. Reserve Bank of India said, Reserve Bank of India governor said, India needs a very strong audit system. I remember there is a story of Shiv Puran. Shiv Puran means basically based on Mahadev, Lord Shiva, in which Lord Shiva was guiding to his elder son Kartikeji, and he was telling to Kartikeji that just saying food doesn't mean the food will automatically cook and it will come before you and you just eat it. No, it's not like that. You need to work for this. You need to cook the food, which of course needs time, effort, energy. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you cook a much better food than you earlier cooked. At the end of every session, you ends up a more experienced person than you was. Alternatively, what Lord Shiva was trying to convey to Kartikeji was that with every thing you do, you ends up having a better experience than the earlier one. And what he was talking to Kartikeji was, just saying food doesn't mean food will come. You need to work for that. Similarly, just saying that India needs a holistic audit system doesn't mean India get holistic audit system. To get holistic audit system, you need to work for this. And this requires years of effort. But the problem with the Indian regulator is they only give statements. Zomato, Barbecue Nation, you know, your Devnani International, Paytm, Pesa Bazaar, MobiQuick, all are launched or approved. You expect India to be a holistic system with a complete audit functionality. So, what is that? Interpretation. Interpretation is the most important thing. People don't interpret things. Now, our law desk is on. We are interpreting things from a different angle. And law is all about interpretation. How you see it, that's more important thing, because even in the Supreme Court, not only in India, but anywhere in the world, Supreme Court of India, Supreme Court of Singapore, Supreme Court of United States, one thing that matters how you interpret the thing, how you take the things forward. So today I would like to interpret Section 7 of the Indian Arbitration Act. And here I would like to request Supreme Court of India, Honorable Supreme Court of India, to please consider what I would like to convey. But before I do, I would like to tell you that everything which I'm taking, I have used in this book. You can see that this is volume 1. This is one book, very heavy book. And eventually I would be using the volume 2, and I have ordered many more books from Amazon, because law is all about interpretation. So whenever I am going to be interpret anything, I would be giving you the source also, that this source I am taking into consideration. So I repeat, this is a book by Justice R.N. Bhagwatji, Law of Arbitration and Conciliation, 6th edition by Anirudh Vadva, Anirudh Krishnan, Volume 1, LexisNexis. So guys, when you signed an agreement, any agreement, whether it's a building of home, buying a huge product, signing a financial documentation, any other thing, you need to have an arbitration agreement in that agreement. But today, I'm not talking about signing of homes, making of homes, ordering of huge amount of cars, and like that. I'm talking about very important, which is financial agreements. Now, I would like to bring one important thing before Honorable Supreme Court. Sir, when we sign any financial contract matters from party to party. So, sir, there are two type of contracts we have in finance. Number one, which is known as master service agreement, which we cannot change. It means that, example, ISDA master service agreement. ISDA stands for International Swaps and Derivative Association. Basically, it's a regulatory body much efficient than Indian regulators, who controls the global derivative market. Of course, there are interpretation issues between me and ISTA as far as fallback language is concerned, which is nothing but the LIBOR transition. But the effort by ISTA in the LIBOR transition deserve an exemplary recognition. They did a wonderful job. If we compare this with RBI, then it is comparing Switzerland with Shimla. That's a difference, sir. So, sir, let's take an example. There are two customers. One is Apple, one is Amazon. Both are big companies. I don't think, sir, there is an introduction required. Now, in both companies, the situation differs. Example, Apple is little conservative, not very active. Not very active doesn't mean not from the product angle. So in product angle, they are very active, super active, launching a lot of products, X, Y, Z. Even last week they launched many products. But when it comes to treasury, little conservative company. You know, the way they're signing the financial contracts is in a little different way. I'm not saying Apple is wrong. Apple has its own thinking. Amazon in product launches as active as Amazon, hardly any doubt. As active as Apple, hardly any doubt. In terms of treasury, they have to be super active, because Apple is a majority importer followed by huge exporter. But Amazon in one country is importer, another country exporter, third country both, fourth country only importer, fifth country only exporter. Amazon's situation is completely different of what it is if we compare with Apple, maybe Google, maybe Microsoft, maybe Facebook. No offense to other companies, every company having a different business model. And as per the business model, the treasury function of this company is maintained and created. And one important thing which India always missed is the treasury function, respect to the treasury function. While American companies give appropriate remuneration, compensation, bonus, and talent appraisal to the treasury function. End results are, you see, operationally, they are not only more efficient, than Indian companies, but treasury wise, they are far ahead than Indian companies. Now, 1 year revenue of American banks is equals to many years revenue of Indian banks. This is the hard reality. Henceforth, the financial contracting of American system is not same we have in India. And sir, we also need to agree that India financial contracting is copied from America. Because example, sir, today if we take Amazon India, Google India, Infi India, TCS India, Wipro India, any company, they are all multinational companies, but when they sign an agreement, they follow the global standards. ISDA, Bank for International Settlement, all global standards. But these global standards are not fixed, they are flexible also. But I would like to stop here and I would like to bring something which I got in the book, sir, and I would like to request Honorable Supreme Court to please consider this. So I request the Supreme Court, I am reading this from the book, sir. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay. This is page number 15, very beginning, page number 15 of the book. So rather okay. Taking a correct view of the matter. So first it's a little dispute between Great Offshore Limited versus Iranian Offshore Energy and Construction Corporation. And this matter was sub judice before Honorable Supreme Court of India. Now, what Supreme Court did, they said that taking a correct view of the matter, Supreme Court rejected these contentions and held that Section 7 imposed no requirement that document must be an original and not a copy, and didn't require that the parties either stamp the document or sign every page. More importantly, the court construed the expression other means of telecommunication which provide a record of agreement correctly and held that it included a fax. So it means that Supreme Court is saying that the documents should not be an original, must not be an original, it can be a copy also. And there are other modes of expressions also. Okay, expression means communication. Okay, example, fax, probably, and all. Although, when the judgment was delivered, we were not having a great scale of WhatsApp and many other telecommunication platforms. So I'm not sure whether WhatsApp and all these things are considered here in this judgment or not. But one important point which I would like to bring up. In banking and the financial world, I repeat, sir, in banking and the financial world, the original document is required because of following reasons. Number one, document vary from company to company. The way Amazon India is signing a contract, Apple India might not be signing the contract. Alternatively, sir, after 2008, many additional documents being imposed by global regulators, not Indian regulator, global regulators like RDS, Risk Disclosure Statement, like Schedule to Annexure, STA, like Credit Support Annex, CSA, and many such documents. But sir, these all documents, whether Risk Disclosure Statement, Schedule to Annexure, Credit Support Annex, is just like a tea. Now what is tea? Tea means the drink we take. In tea, somebody takes no sugar, somebody takes one spoon, somebody take 2 spoon, somebody take 3 spoon. Now sir, can we generalize that? No, tea means 1 spoon. That is completely incorrect, because people take, even the respectable judges of Supreme Court, when they have their breaks, they definitely had tea. Everyone having their own sugar. Maybe somebody taking no sugar, somebody taking 3 spoons, somebody taking 2 spoons. But can we generalize that? No, we cannot generalize that. Similarly, these documents cannot be generalized and cannot be generalized. Since they cannot be generalized, in that sense, we need to make sure that the sender, suppose bank, JP Morgan Chase, example, and the receiver, suppose Apple India or Amazon India, simplistically, I'm just creating a hypothetical example. They need to sign this page on page basis. Even if we assume JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Citi, and all these big guys, they are common to most of the companies. Common to most of the companies. But the way JP Morgan drafted this for Apple India, JP Morgan hasn't drafted, will not going to draft this for Amazon India. So how can JP Morgan say, how can we say that there is no need to sign on each page? I would like to repeat, sir. Please take a note. Taking a correct view of the matter, Supreme Court rejected these contentions and held that Section 7 imposed no requirement that the document must be an original and not a copy, and that it didn't require that the parties either stamp the document or sign every page. Most importantly, the court construed the expression other means of telecommunication which provide a record of the agreement correctly and held that it includes a fax. But there is a big thing, sir, in finance and especially in lending agreements. I'm sorry, but we cannot just take it the last page because each page is mandatory. So let's take an example. In derivatives, we have a contract called Master Service Agreement, which is known as MSA. No one in this world, whether you are Amazon, maybe Google, maybe any big company, you can have even a single change in the master service agreement. Then you must be thinking that if you cannot change master service agreement, then where my point is coming? My point is coming in the STA, schedule to annexure. It is just like Akbar and Birbal, sir. Like Akbar said to Birbal, there is a line on the board, and you cannot touch this line. Neither you can cut it, neither you can expand it. But you need to make a bigger line just parallel to that. What Birbal did? Birbal said, okay, he just draw a parallel line, job done. Similarly, sir, you cannot change MSA, but you can change STA, schedule to annexure. And sir, schedule to annexure is made corporate to corporate basis. And sir, it keeps changing. Example, as we speak in October 2021, rather October is about to close. Around 2 months from now, which is 31st December 2021, LIBOR transition is coming. Now, when LIBOR transition is coming, the first thing international banks will do, the ISDA agreements, International Swap and Derivative Association. It's a set of 4 documents, which is MSA, CSA, STA, and RDS. I repeat, sir, MSA, CSA, STA, and RDS. These 4 documents needs to be amended again. And I agree, it's a very big job. But can we have a common agreement for all companies, sir, when it comes to LIBOR transition? Maybe the amount of contracts in the book of Apple, maybe I just take a simplistic hypothetical example, it is 1 million. Maybe in the books of Amazon, it is 1 billion. So can we have a common agreement? Can we even think that there is no need to sign the each page? Alternatively, sir, that's very important, that in case of financial contracting, I repeat, sir, in case of financial contracting, there is a need of notary. So it is not like that you just, so you just send it without the notary, because the legal stamping is required. It means that You are signing this contract under this country law. Now, I will come later on seat of arbitration. That's a separate thing. I have my own interpretation issues on seat of arbitration, sir. But I would like to request the Honorable Supreme Court of India to please consider financial contracting, because Section 7 of Indian Arbitration Act is not a competent section, sir. Because financial contracting is a complete different ball game. It is like we are comparing the Apple iPhone, without quoting any other name, with some other company whose phone is nowhere equivalent to iPhone. And what are we talking is that this company phone should be compared with the iPhone. This is my interpretation, sir. And I am open to give my interpretation again to anyone in the world. But I feel that Section 7 of Indian Arbitration Act needs to be amended. And more important thing, sir, the very important thing which I would like to request is that do we can we have an arbitration clause in all contracts? Just think about that, sir. I'm just giving you a simplistic hint. There are four kind of liabilities we have in the world, whether it is India, US, Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, Germany, France, Russia, any country. You choose any country. Number one, when the amount is known, you can say payout. When the payout is known, but the time is not known. When the payout is known and the time is known. When the payout is not known, time is not known. When both are not known. Sir, in Section 7 of Indian Arbitration Act, you will see that the four which I talked it about completely missed. Because what is arbitration? Arbitration means a dispute. Now the resolution of the dispute in a conciliation way. Rather than wasting the time of the judiciary, it should be settled outside the judiciary and let judiciary interfere at the end, provided. But did in the arbitration clauses worldwide, except few where the IQ level is greater than 8, did judiciary ever thought that the 4 points which I told about the four kind of liabilities, did they are added in that arbitration agreements? Even I'm not talking about the author of this book. Author is separate. I'm talking about the law, the Baer Act. Did even the Baer Act talking about these four things in the arbitration acts? And when we speak about the financial contracts, and I talk very simplistically, sir, very simplistically, the arbitration contracts. What would if I take a swaptions, structured financial derivatives, LIBOR agreements? The thing would be completely different world. We don't have this in India. Hence, India tend to have opinion that these things don't exist, but they do. They do. So in this case, how can we say that each page is not required? So a structured derivative instrument signed between Amazon India and JP Morgan Chase India, both are the local subsidiary of a biggest bank, JP Morgan, and biggest company, Amazon India. And they created a clientele product. Clientele product means suitable for Amazon India. How can we say that no original copy is required? Because arbitration contract needs to touch each and every part of that contract. Each and every part of that contract. That's very important. And each and every page of that contract needs to be signed, which is a significance of the fact that the person read it And I would like to request, please consider this, sir, that not only sign, rather in case of financial contracting and space and simplistically speaking, complex financial contracting, rather I would say, not only sign, you need a stamping also. And not by the authorized signatory, sir, stamping by the company secretary, which means that the company secretary, as a law person in that organization, is aware about the consequences if they're not going to be following it. With this, I would like to request Honorable Supreme Court of India to please consider this, which is Section 7 of Indian Arbitration Act. At the end, I completely agree with one thought that contracting needs a holistic makeover worldwide, not only in India, worldwide. But unfortunately, very little emphasis is being paid on the contracting. And henceforth, in most of the cases, the judiciary time is waste. Judiciary is unnecessarily being involved in these situations, a lot of time being consumed. Had contracting is resolved or done at an appropriate way at the beginning, much of the issues could have resolved. But this is how the world works, the ground reality versus the practical reality. Thank you to Supreme Court of India for always assisting India, always giving the beautiful judgments. And thank you to the authors of this book for bringing this perspective. This video was not about to, degrade anybody's knowledge. Like I said, law means interpretation. So the way this book interpreted it, I interpret it in a little different way. But Treasury Consulting Group gives complete respect to this book, the authors of this book, the personalities of this book, and at the same point of time, it is our interpretation. This is how it should be interpreted. We are not going to disrespect anyone because interpretations differ. Example, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. But somebody come and say 2 plus 0 is also equals to 2. Now tell who is right, who is incorrect. You get to know. Thank you very much. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting Group. You know my personal number +91 9899242978. More interesting videos on arbitration decks on the cards. I would like to let the legal community of India, especially few law firms, very carefully. We are in the game, and our financial knowledge is beyond imagination. Have a great time ahead. This is the video which is dedicated to the Treasury Consulting Group. And to be very honest, we are keeping this video now onwards at the end of every YouTube video. And all the courses by Sheetal Academy and Treasury Consulting Group. There are many questions people generally raised about Treasury Consulting, the products, the services, and we reply these questions on WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and variety of forums. But the quantity of questions, the queries are continuously increasing. Henceforth, we decided to make a video. Of course, this is not the only video which we are making. Rather, over the period of the time, we would continue to upgrade this video, to be precise. First of all, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group. We are based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. As we speak, company is around 5 years plus old, and more importantly, we are 100% cash rich company. Unlike the so-called unicorns, without quoting the name, and even if I quote the name, it's a fact that they never touch the profit. The company is in profits from inception. So since inception, the company is in profit. So we are a 100% cash rich group, 0% venture capitalist, and 0% debt. More importantly, our legal entities invest our free cash with mutual funds and international banks across the globe. We are a client to almost top 10 mutual funds in India. And that is the reason we do have holistic information about the mutual fund industry in India. That's a separate thing, that majority of the information never comes in public domain. Even if a fraction of the information comes in public domain, this fraction of information come for one day and then you know how it happens. So as we speak, we do have three legal entities: India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we are a cash rich group and we are having 0%, which means not a single cent invested by any venture capitalist or private equity firm. The company has not taken debt from any bank, financial institution, or hedge fund. So we are a zero debt company. That is something which we need to understand very holistically. The following are the products and services we do have about Treasury Consulting. The more detail is coming at the as the video progress. We have our own proprietary hedge fund. Many people in the world do not understand the meaning of proprietary. The proprietary means no party outside Treasury Consulting can invest in our hedge fund, which means that we trade with our own money. We are not accepting anybody's money. Even if you give us any amount of money, any proposal on the table, it is completely rejectable. So proprietary is a word which is often used in United States and Europe, but unfortunately this is least used in India. The proprietary means people trade their own money. They do not trade somebody's money. Even if tomorrow, after listening this video, you come to us and say that I give you $1 million to trade my money, I will say thank you very much. We are literally not interested. We hold our own proprietary fund, and that fund would continue to be proprietary, which means that the outside participation would continue to be zero forever. This fund includes the equities desk, the commodities desk. We have our virtual comics platform. More importantly, we have our OTT Academy. OTT stands at over the top, just like we are having Amazon Prime, we are having Netflix, Disney. There are so many, OTT platform we have worldwide. Our OTT platforms is not as big because they started 6 months ago, but thankfully we are having handful of customers and they are growing. In our OTT platform, we are creating video and uploading at the back end of our platform. People with authorized login ID and password can see these videos. Apart from that, no one else is authorized to see these videos. As the video progresses, you will get to know that as we are having around 13 plus, which is 13 plus different series as far as the OTT platform is concerned. As we speak, August 2021, it is 13 plus and we are continuously adding more series. Our idea is very clear. We will reach to 35 or probably 40 series in another 1.5 years of time. We are having our learning arm, which is Sheetal Academy. The details of the Sheetal Academy is given at the end of the video. We have our own family office desk. Rather, very soon, our hedge fund would be a part of our family office. We have our own pension fund desk in terms of consulting. And there are 62 plus different platforms which are listed on our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. So as we speak, we have our proprietary hedge fund, we have our equities desk, we have our commodities desk, we have our virtual comics platform, our OTT Academy, our penny stock desk, Sheetal Academy, family office, pension fund, and variety of such platforms. TLFX Academy, which is our OTT platform, over the top platform. This platform is having 13 plus series. Now, few I mentioned, basic series, moderate series, advanced series, valuation series, treasury series, wealth management platform. Wealth management platform is actually integrated with TRFX Academy and would continue to be integrated because of course we would be investing heavily in the wealth management platform. When we speak about wealth management platform, we speak about the learnings. We are not talking about the trading. There is a difference. It's a training platform, remember this. We have 13 plus different series, like few are basic series, moderate series, valuation series, advanced series, treasury series, research and analysis series, and we have variety of such series. So please do remember that. As we speak, we have around 180 plus videos live. Every week we shot 10 videos, so every month we are adding around 40 to 50 videos, and it will keep we keep adding more and more videos as the time would come. The target is very clear that we would be having more than 2000 plus videos probably in another 2 years of time, which means a dedicated private platform for learnings. So what is the wealth management platform? A wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. The asset classes includes the fixed income, currencies, commodities, credit derivatives, structured derivatives, and many more. So I repeat, a wealth management platform is designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. Wealth management platform is also designed to cover continent-wise topic. Continents are United States, Europe, AXI, Asia excluding India. We have excluded India because the financial markets in India are very, very shallow. Very shallow. Like if you speak MTN, medium term notes, if you speak about any exotic derivatives, nowhere people are taking this. In fact, you know that I worked as a corporate registrar. Even today, 99% of the treasury function in India are working as a cost center. Hardly 1% are working as a profit center. Hardly 1%, to be honest. So the continent wise include United States, Asia excluding India, Asia excluding Japan, India and Japan, global financial centers like Singapore, Dubai, Hong Kong, Luxembourg, Switzerland, and respective, and of course Latin America. We are creating a wealth management platform which would be covering everything. Example, CDS, credit derivatives. India is not a market of credit derivatives. Reserve Bank of India on paper allowing credit derivatives, but neither we have buyer nor we have sellers of credit derivative. So on paper you have credit derivative, but practically you don't have the credit derivative in place. Henceforth, we really need to understand that if we wanted to talk about credit derivative, the only markets are US, Europe, or Singapore. India was not a market, is not a market, and would continue to be because we are doing nothing substantial to create a credit derivative market in India. That's the reason, even after a lot of frauds which are happening, banks are just writing off the money from their books. Simply writing off the money from their books. Had it been the credit derivative, banks would be able to get their money back. But once again, if you talk about this issue, people don't understand because they are not interested to have this. Anyways, a wealth management platform designed to cover all asset classes of the globe. And very soon, this wealth management platform would link with our fixed income platform, which is www.fixedincome.global. And of course, we would be adding crypto as well. That is most important. We are planning around 1000 plus wealth management videos by December 2022, which would be covering continents like United States, Europe, Japanese market, Asian markets, global financial centers, Latin America, the tax havens like BVI, Caribbean and respective, and structured finance, my favorite. 1000 plus videos would be covering almost everything as far as the wealth management is concerned. We would be covering a very simplistic and the plain vanilla topic. At the same time, we would be covering the exotic topic also. So basically, our wealth management platform is for the people those who are having zero knowledge, and it is also for the people those who are having advanced knowledge. Please understand that it is not designed for the people those who only have basic knowledge or the people who wanted to have exotic knowledge. People with the basic, moderate or advanced, they all can participate. This is our TRFX Academy, a screenshot from taken from our fixed income platform. This TRFX Academy is our OTT platform, which is over the top platform. And in this TRFX Academy, we are of course interlinking the wealth management platform also. I promise you, probably in another 1 to 2 years of time, we would be adding a lot of content in our wealth management platform and of course our TRFX Academy. Only people with the login ID and the password can enter into this platform, and of course on a weekly basis we are trying to have at least, we are trying to have at least uh, around 10 plus videos so that we would be able to reach to the target as far as the December 2022 is concerned, and we are committed to it, sir, to be honest. Treasury Consulting Group having own learnings platform which is known as Sheetal Academy. As we speak, Sheetal Academy is covering around 13 plus schools. Few are mentioned here. The World of Options, Option Worlds, School of Nifty and Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics, and more schools are coming. Before I change the slide, the purpose of Sheetal Academy is to create a learning platform which link with Thomson Reuters and Bloomberg. We know that we have many learning academies worldwide, and I challenge all learning academy how many of them are actually linked with Reuters and Bloomberg. I often share Reuters and Bloomberg screenshots on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter. Hardly I see, in fact, limited people in the world are sharing the Reuters and the Bloomberg platform screenshots, because the question is it requires a very deep and dense knowledge. Once you are sharing the screenshots, people generally ask questions from you, and you should have a knowledge to reply. That is more important thing. Very soon we have more schools coming. So as we speak, we are having Option World, Nifty, Bank Nifty, School of Investment Banking, School of Venture Capitalist and Private Equity, School of Commodities, School of Accounting, School of Foreign Exchange, School of Treasury and Risk Management, School of Forensics. The other schools are School of Trade Finance, School of Regulatory, School of Treasury Technologies, Functional Training, we have functional trainings, forensic trainings, information technology trainings, regulatory trainings, and technological trainings. As we speak, around 200 plus trainings are listed. More trainings are coming over the period of the time. All these trainings and everything are integrated with our fixed income platform. You visit our fixed income platform and you would be able to get all trainings and all information here. Apart from that, we provided you the WhatsApp number. You just WhatsApp if you have any query, and in most of the cases we reply if we feel that the query is genuine. So the Sheetal Academy is a platform whose job is to provide practical and industry oriented knowledge. Of course, we link with Thomson Reuters, Bloomberg TV, and many international magazines, international books, and so on and so forth to provide you as practical training. You visit our YouTube channel. In fact, the video you just listened, you can compare this video with any other YouTube channel and rest you know. Apart from that, we just launched our TCG Video World. What is that? We have people, those who working day night in their respective jobs. Some are engineers, some are finance people and all. They don't have time to attend the regular one-to-one trainings. I agree that they need video trainings, like the content shot in the video delivered to them, and as and when they get time they listen to it. We launched our TCG Video World, Treasury Consulting Group Video World. In this video world, we have decided to have 100 plus topics, 5 already done as we speak. As we speak, 5 video trainings are live, pay and get. The only time need is the time to upload on Telegram groups. Every training at least 1 hour or 2 hours. It is a video training. So it is not a one-to-one training. Videos are recorded, you get the videos, recorded videos. Videos to be upload in the Telegram groups, because Telegram gives you the privilege to upload 2 GB of video. Whenever we feel that the video length is big, we request people to share their Gmail IDs. They can create their fresh Gmail ID and we upload the video in their Gmail ID. Which so that because Telegram as we speak is giving a privilege of only 10 GB, 2 GB. This TCG Video Worlds covering advanced trainings, moderate trainings and basic trainings. So basic trainings, advanced trainings, moderate trainings. Please note my next word carefully. All basic trainings would be 2000, which means you choose any topic of basic you get at 2000. Moderate and advanced training pricing depend upon content to content. So I repeat, TCG Video World is a platform when you have 100 plus topic, 5 already live, 2 hours video training. It's a video training to be uploaded in the Telegram group. If we need more space, we request for Gmail ID. Advanced trainings, moderate trainings and basic trainings. Please do remember this. And this is live. This platform is well integrated with our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. So this is well integrated with our fixed income platform. This is a glimpse of our hedge fund desk. Like I made myself very clear upfrontly that no third party in the whole world can enter in this platform, which means that we do not trade somebody's money. We only trade our own money. So no third party can enter in our platform. This is only for ours. But this platform covers equity desk. This platform covers scalping group. This platform covers commodities desk, comics platform, penny stock desk, silver scalping fund which we just started, and more importantly the Asian desk where we're covering Singapore and all, and the digital gold. More product we would be launching in this hedge fund, but I will again repeat, no third party except Treasury Consulting can enter in this fund. This is not for outsiders. This is our prop hedge fund, which is completely designed for the organization, by the organization. No third party is allowed. And we are very limited companies in the world, those who are running the profitable hedge fund. Our income and everything is really good, but we do not trade somebody's money. These are our credentials. You know my handheld number 9899242978. These are our WhatsApp numbers, our platform www.fixedincome.global, email ID rahul.magan@treasuryconsulting.in or info@treasuryconsulting.in. I assure you, probably in another 1 year of time, we would have more than 100 plus different platforms across the globe. Company would continue to be cash rich. We never allow any venture capitalist to enter in our company because we know the side effects of that, and we continue to add lots of products and services. In case you wish to have any information, these are all the credentials. Thank you guys and have a great time ahead.